Let me ask and end with your own portfolio of companies and also just the space you're looking at. In the startup space, what new problems are being addressed by startups right now? Because again, this is a massive space that is probably only getting greater in terms of the threat environment. New technologies or innovations we should be aware of?
I think when you look at technology that's focused on the developer, traditionally the developer has had tools that has enabled engineers and developers to safely operate, but that's moved in a significantly forward direction. So the whole phenomena of shift left in cybersecurity, shifting left to the developer phase, has created an opportunity where companies like our portfolio company, Sneak, has dominated in terms of being able to provide the tools and capability for software engineers to build technology, build software that is a cybersecurity safe and has the ability to scale without having the impact of, let's say, the SolarWinds hack, where malware was implemented, was inserted into the developer phase, and that spread throughout the Fortune 500. So one area, key area, is that developer security area. Second, analytics. We've invested in a company called Security Scorecard, which is a cybersecurity risk rating platform. It enables chief security officers to convey a language of risk to layperson board person members. It also allows to identify third-party risk and essentially has created the language of risk for cybersecurity. Extremely important. 5 years ago, that communication chasm was much wider. Companies like Security Scorecard are bridging that gap to enable better communication and identifying of risk, rating that risk, and then mitigating the cyber risks that we see in companies day to day.
Okay.
I think it's that, incremental gain that companies have when implementing that type of technology that helps us in defending and protecting against advanced attacks.
So finally, Richard, I have to ask you, as somebody who's aware of the risks, what do you do in your own life? In terms of advice you give to the consumers, whether it's do not track or anything else, just to minimize your own risk of being hacked or targeted?
I think you try to utilize the best hygiene possible, and there are, many checklists on being able to do that. But Frank, we're all prone to, the sophistication of the attacker. And I think having layers of technology that complements the human factor, meaning our day-to-day discerning of links that we click onto in email, enables us to be better protected. We're never going to be 100% protected, but the tools that have been developed over the last years certainly help us in our day-to-day life. So it's having the basic fundamental cyber hygiene in place, and learning about the ways that adversaries and hackers and criminals go to work. I think education in this area is critical. We're all engaged in that type of education in terms of the companies we work with. That's an area that certainly will help increase the knowledge and hopefully the human factor around cybersecurity.
Great. Richard Seewald, Evolution Equity Partners, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Diane, thank you very much. Great to be here again, and thanks for the great discussion.
See you soon.